This is our first video in a line of controlling the flow of the program videos. So normally our program starts at the beginning and does each line one at a time, and when it's over it does everything once and then it's over. So now we're going to start changing that flow. The first way to change that flow is an if statement. So notice I asked someone to enter the temperature in Fahrenheit. So hopefully you read the notes a little bit and you know that all the different symbols you can put here: less than, greater than, less than or equal to. So let's say if it's less than or equal to 32 degrees, we're going to tell them, wow, it's cold out. Okay, so when you test something like this, I think I should start using Eclipse. When you test something like this, you should test below 32. So let's say 6. Wow, it's cold out. Greater than 32. Or equal to 32, let's say. Wow, it's cold out because I did say less than or equal to. And then you should also do greater than. So whenever you have like these borders on an if statement, you should always check. Nope, nothing happened. That's exactly what we wanted. It's not cold outside if it's 55. At least not to me. So what if I say, all right, so I want them to wear a coat if it's that cold outside. So wear a coat. All right, so if I run this, let's see how it runs. All right, we're 5 degrees. Oh yeah, wow, it's cold out. Wear a coat, definitely. So let me try greater than 32. So let's try 78 degrees. Wow, it still says wear a coat. Interesting. I did not know that was going to happen. Well, the reason that it happens is this if statement is only good for one line, the very next line that it runs. This line right here runs regardless, the wear a coat, because the if statement, if this is true, wow, it's cold out, will run. If it's not, then it won't. But this second line of code will always run. So if we want to include more than one thing in an if statement, we do have to use the curly brackets here. So this is called a block of code, and we need to always open and close it if we want more than one thing to happen. So if this is true, if condition is true, the block will run. Okay, so this is what will run. Wow, it's cold out. Wear a coat. If this is false, it's not going to do anything. So whatever goes out here, so let's say I want to do have a nice day, regardless of whether or not it's cold out. It's always going to say have a nice day. So these two should run if it's less than or equal to 32 degrees, and have a nice day should run all the time. So let's just try. Okay, so let's say 15 degrees or 16 degrees. Wow, it's cold out, wear a coat, have a nice day. Okay, that worked. How about greater than? Should try equal to, but for time's sake, I'm just not going to. 78. Oh, just have a nice day ran. It didn't tell me it was cold out or to wear a coat. Okay, so that's how if statements work. If this is true, this runs. Now we can also consider what's called an else statement. So you can do just a straight if statement and just have one condition and that's it. But then we have, all right, if this is false, what do I want to do? Well, we're just going to stick with outputs. If it's cold out, if it's greater than 32 degrees, then no coat needed. Okay. Well, you might need a code if it's 40, but not if you're where I'm from. Okay, so then we run it. So if this is true, if temperature is less than or equal to 32, it's going to say this. If it's false, it does what comes in the else block. Okay, and every single time it's going to say have a nice day. Because we are really nice people and we want them to have a nice day. So let's try everything. So let's try 20 degrees, less than 32. Okay, did all three. But it did not do the no coat needed. So let's try 32. Should do the same thing the last one did. Wow, it's cold. You should wear a coat. And finally, if I do 100 degrees, no coat needed, have a nice day. But again, that will also work. It'll still say that if I do 33 degrees. Okay. So there's obviously more than just two options with an if statement, but right now this is an if and an else. So remember the else block. This block runs when the condition is false. Okay, and this right here, because it's outside the block of code, will always run. Okay, so these are the things that you need to remember. Remember, you need these curly brackets, brackets or braces, I guess they call it, when running more than one code. Then, I don't know, one line of code. So technically, I don't need the curly brackets here. I just have this crazy sense, and I put them in all the time. All right, have a good day.